Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Angel Mountain map, Farm Sim 22, and we got a brand new day here. It's February 3rd. We still have snow cover on the ground, so that's going to kind of hinder our ability to harvest our potato field. We might be able to do it, but just for immersion's sake, I'm going to wait till at least the snow is melted before we do a lot of field work. In the meantime, there's some stuff we can do. This is our third load of cows. This episode is for purchasing cows. We alternate between cows and sheep right now. And this last load has the fully mature dairy cows. So we'll get these put into the cow shed. And then we'll get on with the day's activities. Last episode, we loaded up the sawmill with quite a bit of timber. We should be in good shape there. We have a lot of stuff that needs to be hauled. We also have some mining to do, so we'll get started on some of that this episode. And then the forecast shows sun. It does look like the sun's starting to break through. Maybe this will melt off, all of this collected snow, and we can do a little bit of field work on that potato field. If not, we have plenty of other stuff to do, so not a big deal. But yeah, let's drop off these dairy cows. Again, these are the fully mature ones. They should be like producing milk right away and working their way towards reproducing. Drop these guys off here. Boom. Let's shut the barn door here. Boom. And park the animal trailer, and then we'll pick up, I think we're going to pick up our liquid tanker and move a bit of hydrogen and oxygen. It could be the case that we still have a little bit of crude to move over into the refinery since we did tick over to a new day. So a bunch of in-game hours went by. So there's probably some of that for us to move. And then with the hydrogen and the oxygen, I guess I can pull this up even further. With the hydrogen and oxygen, we'll put some of that into the big water tower by the stone processing plant. And then I guess some of it we'll bring here just for our 10 million liter objective, and then we may even sell a couple loads of that. I know we're going to have a bunch of surplus. And then we're going to have a bunch of diesel too. Maybe we'll store one load of that and sell off the rest of it, whatever we have. Raise a little funds. I mentioned in several of the past episodes that I'm anxious to buy that big silt deposit kind of over by the sugar mill and bakery area. And then get some silt loaded into our fertilizing factory. I'm not sure if we'll get to that this episode or not. I think the mining I want to focus on is first is getting some iron into the mammoth mill so we can keep producing drill pipe, nails, and steel. And then also mining some sand. We need a bit more sand for our 10 million liter objective too. So if we get to doing sand this episode, that'll probably be next episode actually. We'll mix filling up the mammoth mill with putting aside some sand for our 10 million liter objective too. I think we're north of 5 million saved for the sand. Oh, what am I doing? I'm yakking. Since I'm way down here, let's actually start with the iron mining. I was gonna trade trailers, but let's just get started with the iron mining since I'm down this way and forgot to swap trailers while I was yakking away. Looks like it's going to be a pretty day. Yeah, I bet this snow melts off. So, like I said, we'll keep our fingers crossed and do a little mining in the meantime. Plenty of that to do, always. Lots of stone needs to be mined as well, and salt. Then sand, as we mentioned. Coal, too, actually needs... we have a lot of mining. Tons of mining to do. But I think iron and sand are probably the priority to keep our productions going. So we'll get on it. If I'm not mistaken, where is our wheel? Oh yeah, we were doing snow. We could scoop up some snow. I'm not very enthusiastic about doing that. Maybe we'll do one load of snow. We're just, yeah, we have to drive it all the way back to the main farm if we do. Let's start with iron first. And just make some progress. Get the mammoth mill loaded. We'll make several trips. I'm gonna take a trip of iron to mammoth mill, and then the next trip I'm going to grab something out of the railway station. We have a bunch of stone in there. I think we may have some, what is it? What is it? There's another, maybe limestone. There's some other material too that we might take. Anyway, I'm going to take some of that from the train silo you can see in the distance just beyond that hill. Take some of that over to our main farm for the 10 million liter objective for those materials that we're getting from the stone processing plant. So I'll do that in between delivering loads of iron to the mammoth mill. But yeah, here we go. We're going to be doing plenty of shoveling away. So here we go. All right, this may be the last load of iron for now. Let's see your ore. Let's see how much we have in here. A little more than 800,000, so close to 850. That's good for now. I think what I want to do now is move some liquids. If we look at the oil well has over 500,000 liters of crude oil for us to move again into the refinery. And then the refinery, as you might imagine, is loaded, absolutely loaded. Diesel is full, hydrogen's just about full, oxygen, same thing. We have a bunch of plastic to sell. In fact, there's crude oil. It looks like they can't even be produced because this is backed up. So let's, I'm going to grab one load of stone from the silo, the train silo, bring that back to our main farm for the 10 million liter objective. When I mined a bunch of stone, I brought a bunch of it over by train to the train station near the coal mine. We'll pick up one load of stones, drop that off at the main farm, and then grab our liquid tanker that's over there and head on over to the refinery and start emptying that thing out so I can continue processing. Now we got plenty of iron in the mammoth mill. That'll stay busy for a while. There's actually some products in there that are starting to back up. I think drill pipe is one of those. We have glass jars to sell. Tons of hauling to do, so we may as well just do a bunch of this kind of work while we still have snow on the ground. I did notice while I was mining off camera, I noticed that Field 1, our sunflower field, does need to be rolled. That's one step that I've forgotten. I think it needs another stage of fertilizer too, if I'm not mistaken. So again, as soon as all the snow melts off, we can get to doing some field work. Obviously, our potato field needs to be finished. Harvesting, and we got to get our plow going. There's just a lot of field work, but I want to wait till the snow melts off. It's a quarter after 11 here, February 3rd. Sunny day. We got clouds in the forecast. But I thought for sure the snow would melt off. It still might pretty soon. Maybe while we're hauling liquids, or possibly even while I bring these stones back. But I'm going to grab this load of stones, and I pick up the liquid trailer, and then I'll meet you over at the refinery. All right, here we are with that last load of stones, and as you most likely noticed, while we're bringing the stones back, all of the snow just melted off instantaneously, just like in real life. So we're going to switch over to doing some field work. We need to get some stuff done on our fields. So let's take advantage of the time we have to do that. We'll get this unloaded, and then we'll tab over to our potato field and see if we can get things back to, get the harvest back on. Okay, this guy I'm just going to park right here. Let's tab over. Okay, here's our plow. This guy should be ready to go. Let's turn him around. We're doing course play. We just need to kind of line him up here. Bring up the course play menu. Nearest waypoint. Field 46, mulch and plow. Boom. Hopefully that puts this guy back in action. We'll see. Let's stick around for a second. He's rotating the plow. There's our mulch. And there's our plow. And this is why I didn't want to buy the other tractors that we saw up for sale, because I can't put the mulcher on the front like that. And that is kind of two steps at once, which I kind of like. That's that guy back in action. Let's see who else we got. This guy. Are you course play? Yes, harvest potato. This one's easy enough. Nearest waypoint, just hit play. And they should be back at it. Now we need to find our helper tractor. That's you. And I think horseplay might do it. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it is... Yeah, it's not courseplay for you. It's auto drive. Okay, catching up with the combine. So he's chasing the combine. Just keep an eye on this guy. Make sure he doesn't get tangled up. This helper has been running into the potato harvester at the end of the field. It seems like the tank fills up almost exactly one full distance across the field. So this guy seems to be getting caught up when the potato harvester is trying to make its turn. He's pausing. I'm pretty sure he's going to wake up and go get that. Unloading combine. Guys, now he's waiting for the turn. Just bad timing with when the tank fills up. You can see we've got this field somewhat fertilized, and then this little section here isn't. We have another helper for that, but we'll wait to get that guy turned back on. He's way at the far end of the field. The plow has tons of room to work. Let's just keep an eye on this. I can turn off these little menus. I think this is going to work. I just want to make sure these guys don't go crashing into each other. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. For some reason, yeah, these two are having a hard time getting along. I'm not sure what I can do to unstick them. Let's see here. Bring up this guy. Okay, unloading combine. Let's get this guy out of the way. It's one thing I could try here. If you go into the settings and I say avoid the fruit, maybe that would at least keep him out of the path of our potato harvester. And let me tab into the whoops. Turn this guy back on. Let's tab into the potato harvester and just see how full it is. Okay, now it's full. Is this guy gonna come do his thing? Looks like it. We have a lot left to go. We're about halfway through this field. We need to haul potatoes too. We got a bunch of potatoes in that field silo that are gonna need to be hauled here at some point. All right, we'll check back on these guys. I think they're good. The other thing we want to do, which I mentioned, oh, there's our low loader trailer way out here by the potatoes. We need to get our roller out here. Could just take this tractor and go fetch it, but that's a long drive. Maybe let's get the truck. Let's get the truck and then we'll go fetch our roller and get field 1 up here rolled. While that's going on, what we could do, what I've been thinking about doing, is cutting the grass up here. We now own all this land. Wouldn't hurt to cut this grass, and I guess we could do it. We've got a tractor here. I brought up our Big M mower. That's sitting at the far end of the field, way over there. Maybe we do a little bit of that while there's no snow on the ground and just take advantage of this grass that's right near our farm silo. I also brought up a forage wagon. And then we've got a tractor up here already that can do that part for us. That cedar needs to be moved. All right, I'm going to drop this trailer off over here. Then we're going to swing on over, get the low loader. Then we're going to drive way back here, get the roller, which I think is over by field 25 and 26. Somewhere up there where all that equipment is. So let's go do that and get field 1 rolled. Get that started at least. All right, there's our roller. We don't have any tractors down here, I don't think. I almost brought a tractor with us, but we're just going to rely on superhuman strength here. So avert your eyes if you don't like the lack of realism here. Oh man, that head's heavy. How did I do? How did I do? Move it over a little smidgeroni. That doesn't look too bad. We'll take it. Strap this guy in. And then it's back up to the main farm. Yeah, that thing's pretty huge, actually. I didn't realize how big that roller is. But it does fan out pretty big. It'll probably be only like 3 or 4 passes on field 1. And we'll have that thing rolled. We do have a good tractor up at the main farm that should be able to pull this thing just fine. And then, like I said, yeah, maybe while that's being rolled, maybe we can do... maybe we can cut some grass up there with the Big M. Tons of grass over here. We own all this land. The challenge is we just have to truck it back after we cut it. That's why I kind of want to take advantage of the crops that that grow right near our main farm. Eventually, that land that we're going to cut, we may end up putting some businesses on it too, so probably a good idea to cut it while it's available. I know the refinery is kind of backed up right now, but we'll get to it. Alright, we're there. I think I'm going to unload this guy right here. And that'll give the tractor a little room to get this thing unfolded. Oh man, that's heavy. Down it goes. If I can get it straightened out a little. That'll do. Let's get our truck out of the way. Looks like I have a course loaded. I'm just going to undo that. We'll go into course play, just clear current course. Boom. And then maybe I'll run this on a helper. I'd do it myself, but I'm thinking of actually cutting the grass while this guy's doing this job. So let's get this guy lined up. And then maybe we'll try and just do a regular helper. If not, if it doesn't work, then we'll get course play involved. Okay, there goes the rolling. Let's let it go for, I don't know, another 5 seconds and we'll check the map. Okay, boom. Field 1. Map's loading. Okay, yeah, there it goes. So the needs rolling is disappearing and we're starting to expose the single level of fertilizer. I think we have to wait until the first growth cycle before I can put fertilizer down. Maybe after rolling we could do it. We could try. Do I have the fertilizer spreader out here? I don't think I do. Maybe we'll go fetch that after the rolling is done and just see if we can get fertilizer. Let's check on the potato harvest. This looks like they're moving, so I gotta think we're okay. Plow's doing its thing. Plow is super slow. I don't think it's going to run into our fertilizer helper that's kind of on hold over there. I'm going to leave that guy on hold and let's hop in the Big M. And let's cut some grass. Watch me get right in this guy's way. Let's see if I can beat him to it. We won't get a ton of grass here, but at least we'll get a little something. All right, let's take a break here. Looks like maybe our roller is stuck or the helper just quit. I've seen that happen before. I don't know why with the roller, sometimes it just stops. We could just finish this by hand. Let's see. Is this guy rolling? Looks like it. It's a little hard to tell where we're at. I'm going to kick off the helper again. He may stop, and then next time we'll do... we'll use course play. It's a little more reliable than the in-game helpers, believe it or not. All right, back to cutting. All right, that's it for the grass cutting. That last little strip I probably should have skipped. It's just going to make things look kind of goofy, but I couldn't resist grabbing a little extra. There's obviously more we could do, but once we start weaving in and out of trees and stuff, it gets to looking not so great. So I'm just going to stop there. I'm going to put this guy away. Maybe over in this area that we don't seem to make much use of. I don't know if it's going to fit in this shed, though. It looks like it's a little small, right? Oh, too bad. While we're here, we can probably put this guy through a little maintenance service. Is that going to fit? Doesn't look like it. Nope. All right, let's put this guy in for maintenance service. We could drop it in, just leave it in here. Maybe we will. I have our other harvester in there. Nice. Let's see. Repair. Yep. That's it for that guy. A little hard to move in here. Probably should have power washed it too, but that's all right. We'll leave it. What's next? What's next? Let's, I think our rolling is done. Potato harvest looks like it's moving along just fine. Might be time to run our fertilizer guy a couple rows. Let's do that. This guy, are you on course play? No, you're just on a normal helper, I think. So let's just hit that. Let that go for a couple rows. We'll have to pay attention because this guy moves way faster than the harvester. But, and way faster than the plow. So we'll let him do maybe 2 more passes and then we'll come back. Not going to take very long. And then I wanted to get this guy put away. This roller is going to need to be moved out of here. I may take this and put it down near the that cedar that's got to be moved too, because this roller is going to be needed on basically all of our other fields before it needs to be used on this field again. Park this over here for later delivery, somewhere where it's needed. And I think what we can do now, or what we can do now, is just pick up this grass. Don't think we'll need to turn it into hay. Our next big clover harvest, our next and last clover harvest down on field 21, we'll turn the grass swath that we get from harvesting that clover, we'll turn that whole field into hay. That'll be good for another 3 million liters of hay. Eventually, we'll have to make more of our own hay just for the 10 million liter objective. And obviously, we're going to be using the hay for our beef cows and for TMR mix. So we are going to have to make more hay, but I think we can just harvest this crop here as just grass. Occurs to me we better check on our fertilizer. It's probably running into our harvester. Let's see where we're at. Where is it? Yeah, shoot. He went all the way through. I wonder if that's a problem or not. Ooh, let's look and see what the map tells us. This is our fertilizer. It fertilized over the mature crops. I don't know if that's going to count for our next crop or not. Or not. I guess we can check and see where our harvester just harvested. Let's take a look at that. Fertilize. Let's get rid of the plowing. Waiting for the map. Oh, yeah. Shoot, we wasted a bunch of fertilizer. Yeah, I lost track of it. Tell you what, let's end this episode here. I'm going to finish cutting the grass over this way. And then, yeah, I'm going to have to reset our fertilizer helper. So they're going to have to still do the second half of the field again. Oh, man, that's a bummer. Yeah, I just lost track of it. We only needed him to go like 2 rows. But we'll get it taken care of. Oh, man. Yeah, waste of cash and worker fees. But yeah, we'll leave it here for now. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this series on the Angel Mountain map. If you do, please remember to hit that like button. And with that, I will see you all in the next episode.